Tokyo is one of our most favorite cities, and we never run out of things to do whenever we visit this amazing city. Which is why we decided to make Tokyo a two-part video series to show you how we made the most of our most recent trip there. And if you haven't seen our part 1 of our Tokyo video series, where we visited amazing places like Shibuya, Ueno Park, and the Ghibli Museum, click on the link above or in the description. We did so much in Tokyo in 5 days, but it still felt like we had just scratched the surface. So, on part 2 of our video series, we'll show you how we spent Christmas Day in Tokyo. And KFC for Christmas? Yup, we'll show you why shortly. And we'd like to share some very important travel tips to help you make the most of your trip to Tokyo. On our last video, we showed how we spent Christmas Eve in Jigokudani Snow Monkey Park, which was quite possibly one of the best things we did during our vacation. Check out our video on the Snow Monkey Park to see why we loved that day trip so much. We guarantee that you will fall in love with the beautiful and smart snow monkeys. It was so fun watching them interact with the visitors and enjoying a warm bath in the onsen. After returning to Tokyo, we explored Akihabara and savored a delicious meal at a local yakitori restaurant. They serve traditional yakitori dishes unlike those found on street vendors. Just like the smoked cheese sticks and bacon with lemongrass. Christmas morning, and we were excited. But a little weird because it was just another ordinary working day for the citizens of Tokyo. We had a jam-packed day ahead and we couldn't wait to get started. We had a lovely breakfast of soft pastries at Miyabi Cafe and Bakery.
What are you doing? Squeezing it out.
After breakfast, our first stop was Teamlab Borderless. We had been to Teamlab Planets at Koto City before, which we truly enjoyed. Teamlab Planets is a truly immersive digital art display where visitors explore the space barefoot. We really enjoyed our experience there, so we were looking forward to seeing what Teamlab Borderless was like. As soon as we stepped in, I was mesmerized. We stepped into a world of endless possibilities at Borderless, an immersive digital art museum in Azabudai Hills. Created by the talented art collective Teamlab, this place is a magical place where artworks blend together seamlessly, creating an ever-changing art experience. With its stunning visuals, interactive installations, and cutting-edge technology, Borderless promises a sensory adventure like no other. But our favorite part of this amazing attraction is the tea house, where you'll witness flowers bloom in your teacup. It's an amazing artwork display unlike any other. Teamlab Borderless is an experience you definitely must try. However, it's important to know that tickets do get sold out very quickly. I recommend that you book online prior to your visit. However, I must point out that your ticket does not cover the NT experience. Just a few stops away by train is the Imperial Palace, the main residence of Japan's royal family. Surrounded by lush gardens, historical moats, and impressive stone walls, it sits on the site of the former Edo Castle, which was home to the Tokugawa shogunate. The palace is not typically open to the public, but its east gardens offer a glimpse into its beauty and history. Although visiting the palace itself requires booking a tour, we love coming here to enjoy walking the grounds, and especially in the spring when the cherry blossoms are in full bloom. Strolling along one of the Edo Castle's moats, the Chidorigafuchi, is one of the most picturesque spots you could ever imagine. Chidorigafuchi's path is the most scenic spot around the moat, with a 700-meter-long tunnel of cherry trees in the spring. Speaking of cherry blossoms, I recommend checking the annual online forecast for cherry blossom season in Japan. Sakura season is short, about 2 weeks, so knowing the forecasted dates is crucial to make the most out of your trip. If I told you that eating at KFC is a Christmas tradition in Japan, would you believe me? Well, I have to say that it's true. After visiting the palace grounds, we walked over to KFC in nearby Ginza to partake in this tradition. This unusual tradition dates all the way back to 1974, when KFC launched its Kentucky Fried Chicken for Christmas campaign. There are many different stories about its origin, but this seems to be the one that most people believe. Ginza, Tokyo's most prestigious district, is where you'll find luxurious shopping, fine dining, and an elegant atmosphere. It features world-class department stores, high-end boutiques, and Michelin-starred restaurants. No trip to Tokyo is complete without visiting Asakusa, a lively historic district in Tokyo, known for its rich cultural heritage and vibrant street life. At the heart of Asakusa is the Sensoji Temple. This is Tokyo's oldest and most famous Buddhist temple. Founded in the 7th century, it attracts millions of visitors each year. The temple is also famous for its bustling Nakamise shopping street that leads up to the main hall. Sensoji is dedicated to Kannon, the goddess of mercy, and is a vibrant center for both spiritual worship and cultural heritage, offering a glimpse into Japan's rich religious traditions. People come to temples and shrines to draw omikujis, small papers of fortune. If you draw a bad fortune, you'll have to tie them to this rack. The temple's opening times vary between seasons, from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. from April to September, and from 6:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. from October to March. Just a short walk from Asakusa is the Tokyo Skytree. The Tokyo Skytree is a prominent broadcasting and observation tower located in Sumida. Standing at a remarkable 634 meters or 2,080 feet, it's the tallest structure in Japan. The Skytree also features a shopping complex with many shops, restaurants, and cafes. There was also an outdoor Christmas market, and as darkness started to set in, the illuminations created a magical atmosphere. Another impressive Christmas lights display that we visited was the illuminations in Midtown Hibiya. Hibiya Magic Time Illumination transforms the area into a magical wonderland with a captivating blend of light and sound. We then walked to Tokyo Tower, where another Christmas market was being held. Tokyo Tower, an iconic communications and observation tower in Minato, stands at 332 meters tall. Inspired by the Eiffel Tower, it offers breathtaking panoramic views from its observation decks. And on that night, the lights underneath the tower illuminated the autumn leaves in a soft and warm light, and it really looked magical. If I had told you that we traveled to a place just to spend 10 minutes staring at a billboard, you'd probably think I was crazy. But let me tell you, that's exactly what we did in Shinjuku because of this. Just check out this 3D cat billboard. It looks like it's about to jump off the screen. You can find this opposite the Shinjuku Station East exit. And trust me, I wasn't the only one staring at this thing for what seemed like forever. Shinjuku is one of Tokyo's most vibrant and diverse districts, known for its bright lights, towering skyscrapers, and endless energy. It's a hub for shopping, dining, and entertainment. Offering everything from upscale malls and neon-lit streets to quiet gardens and shrines. Shinjuku is also where you'll find a life-size Godzilla statue right by the Gracery Hotel. After spending all of our remaining yen at the arcade and winning a lot of prizes, so much that we had to use the extra bag that Adrian was smart enough to pack, we were ready to shop. And of course, no trip to Tokyo would be complete without visiting a Don Quijote store. Don Quijote, often called Donki, is a popular discount store chain in Japan. It's a one-stop shop for just about anything. Let me warn you though, shopping in a Don Quijote store can be hard work because it's always packed with people. Here's a top tip. A lot of Don Quijote stores are open 24 hours, 7 days a week, just like this one in Shinjuku. If you can, try to shop during odd hours to avoid the crowds. And don't forget to take your passport with you to take advantage of tax-free shopping. And to celebrate Christmas Day, and sadly our last night in Tokyo, we had a delicious meal at the Chicken Hikari, an izakaya that seems to be a local favorite. Everything we had was so delicious, from the yakitori to the mochi potato croquettes, and the chicken karage. Despite the fact that our Christmas Day did not involve unwrapping gifts, this was the best present we had given ourselves. Nothing beats spending time in Tokyo. The following day, we all woke up with heavy hearts knowing that it was our last few hours in Japan, and so after a hearty breakfast, we headed to Narita Airport via the Narita Express, which we find to be the most convenient way to get to the airport without breaking the bank. If you're close to one of the stations that Narita Express services, I suggest taking this to the airport if you're flying in and out of Narita Airport. The train has compartments for suitcases, so traveling even with oversized luggage isn't a problem. And I booked my tickets way in advance, but you can also purchase tickets at the airport. However, it's important to know that even if you've booked online, you have to exchange your voucher at the airport for actual tickets. Another way to get to the airport is by booking an airport shuttle. I do not recommend taking a taxi to the airport as it costs a lot. Narita is 47 miles away from Tokyo, and Haneda is 21 miles. I'll share a few links to shuttles and the Narita Express in the description. Now, let's talk about getting around Tokyo. Tokyo is the largest city on Earth and transportation options are abundant. However, if you're not familiar with the train system, it can get confusing. There are several train companies that own and run train lines in Tokyo, and unfortunately, not all tickets work for each company. For example, if you have a JR pass, you cannot use your pass to board the Keio lines or vice versa. So you have to purchase a separate ticket in order to be able to use the Keio line. To avoid this hassle, I suggest downloading an IC app that you can just use to scan at the gates. You can load the app with money using a credit card. I think it's a good way to budget as well. Now, what about getting around using taxis? Taxis are everywhere in Tokyo. However, they are pretty popular and can get busy sometimes. Taxis here take credit cards, but what I used the entire time I was in Tokyo was Uber. Uber works with the local taxi drivers in Tokyo, which was great. It was a great way to know how much my trip was estimated to cost, and taxis were always quick to arrive. If you're planning to head to other cities like Kyoto or Osaka during your trip to Japan, I believe the best way to get there is to take the Shinkansen. Traveling on the Shinkansen is a breeze. It's quiet, extremely comfortable, and relaxing. And the sights you see on the way are just breathtaking. By the way, if you want to see Mount Fuji from your own window, make sure to pick a window seat on the right side of the train on the way to Osaka or Kyoto. Just look at this view. Mount Fuji on a clear day will appear about 15 minutes after you've stopped at the Yokohama station. I often get asked, do I need a JR pass to travel to the Kansai region to and from Tokyo? Unless you are making several trips on JR lines to many different cities in Japan, then my answer is no. The JR pass is handy for multiple trips, but it's pretty expensive, especially since they raised their price recently. Book your Shinkansen on the SmartX app. It's so easy, and you get to reserve your seats way in advance. Now, for the oversized baggage part. The seats in the back row or front of each carriage are those that allow you to place your bags behind your seat. Note that this is by reservation only, and these seats are limited. Choose the option of oversized baggage when booking in order to see which seats have this option. There is overhead storage on the train, but placing large suitcases on it could be dangerous. There are limitations on dimensions and sizes of baggage you can store here. There are also suitcase compartments on the trains, and you need an IC card to be able to use them. For more information, check out the JR Central website. I will include a link for you in the description. Also, I still highly recommend taking cash with you wherever you go. There are still quite a few places that prefer cash over credit cards or mobile payments, such as street vendors. And don't lose your hotel key. In Japan, most hotels will charge you a fee for not returning your key. I cannot recommend enough booking your tickets to the attractions you'd like to visit way in advance. Tokyo is extremely popular, and it's almost impossible to purchase tickets to most attractions on the same day. If you need help with planning your trip, scan this QR code for a free itinerary. And finally, get internet access by either renting a pocket Wi-Fi device or by signing up for an eSIM service, which we did through Ubiji. It was so convenient and we didn't have to worry about roaming fees. We hope you found our video to be helpful. Please hit that like button if you did, and don't hesitate to write us a comment. We enjoy hearing from you. And please don't forget to subscribe to get notified of our upcoming adventures. Your likes, comments, and subs will definitely help us keep our channel up and running. Thanks again for watching. Stay curious and keep exploring.